Morning. Welcome to this meeting of the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners for Tuesday, May 14th. We begin each meeting by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Mr. Clerk, please start the agenda.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of relevant material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available from the county clerk staff at the front of the hearing room. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approve the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on Tuesday, May 7th, 2019.
Move approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion or suggested corrections? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 2, claims. Approval of all claims processed through May 14th, 2019.
Move approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 3 are consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there is an exception, these items will be approved as one with a single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items of approval are Amendment to County Contract C-18-285 with Mahoney Fire Sprinkler, Inc. for inspection, testing, and maintenance of fire sprinklers. Right-of-way contracts with the following: Van Hooskenveld, LLC, Southwest 14th Street and West Olive Creek Road, in the amount of $2,891. Gary L. and Lila Johnson, North 180th Street and Alva Road, in total amount of $340. Stephen D. and Sue A. Scholke, North 180th Street and Alva Road, in the amount of $180. Nick Lesky and Sarah Novotny, South 176th Street and Roca Road, in the amount of $397. Alan L. and Laurel D. Beatty, South 82nd Street, between Roca Road and Sotillo Road, in the total amount of $5,419. Fernie Wanabold, Revocable Trust, Shirley Griffith, Mary Lederer, and Deborah Riley, trustees, South 82nd Street, between Roca Road and Sotillo Road, in a total amount of $8,400. Received and placed on file the report from Records and Information Management for April 2019. Setting a public hearing on Tuesday, May 28th, 2019 at 9 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building regarding change of zone 19010 from AG Agricultural to AGR Agricultural Residential on approximately 25.53 acres in the general vicinity of West Bluff Road in Northwest 126th Street in Lancaster County, Nebraska.
Move approval of the consent items.
Second. We have a motion and a second to approve the consent items. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 4. 4A is the Commissioners Award of Excellence for April 2019, awarded Angela Clark in the Assessor Register of Deeds in the category of productivity.
Is someone coming forward to discuss this award? Mr. Ogden? Mr. Clerk, did you want to read the nomination?
I'll go ahead and start with reading this. So, Angela Clark has been selected as Commissioner's Award of Excellence winner for April 2019. Angela works as an administrative service officer for County Assessor Register of Deeds and began working for the county on March 12, 2001. She was nominated by Janice Stewart, Lands Record Technician, in the category of productivity. In January and February of this year, Angela went above and beyond to help her fellow employees with preliminary value hearings. She not only organized appointments for on-site inspections, she would even go out and start some of the cars to make sure they were ready for the employees. Angela came in early and stayed late as needed and took phone calls for appointments to relieve the burden on support staff. Angela would never get flustered or mad and always has a smile and laugh for everyone. Her attitude helped keep the morale high during this stressful time. For these reasons, we are pleased to award Angela Clark with the Commissioner's Award of Excellence for the month of April 2019.
Morning.
Good morning. I'd just like to add that Angela is a special person in that she can be really mean to people, but with them smiling, they all like her suggestions, and she's really good at making our office work better.
Great. I think that Commissioner Flowerday wants to make the presentation here.
Just want to present you this award on behalf of the Lancaster County Board. Thank you so much for your service, for the general work you've done for the public good, and apparently being mean to people while making them smile. So, thanks so much.
I definitely did not prepare a speech or anything like that, so I'm not going to give one, but I do want to just say thank you. It is an honor, and it's appreciated.
Great. So thank you so much.
Next is proclaiming May 12th through the 18th, 2019 as National Police Week in Lancaster County, and May 15th, 2019 as Peace Officers Memorial Day. Terry Wagner, County Sheriff.
Good morning.
Would you
Thank you
like me
for
to-
indulging.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Dan, I'm sorry.
Like me to read this first or when you're done? But I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, I'll briefly, okay. Every year is Police Memorial Week, and this is no exception. Today will be a service on the front steps of the Justice and Law Enforcement Center to just honor those Lancaster County and Lincoln police officers who have died in the line of duty. And then Friday is a state service out in Grand Island at the Nebraska Law Enforcement Memorial on Fauner Park grounds. So this proclamation is just a reminder to citizens about Police Week. And with that, Dan, thank you.
This is proclamation, National Police Week and Peace Officers Memorial Day, May 12th through the 18th, 2019. Whereas in 1963, the Congress of the United States and President John F. Kennedy proclaimed May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week in which it falls as National Police Week. And whereas there are approximately 900,000 law enforcement officers serving in communities across the United States, including the dedicated members of the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. Whereas since the first recorded death in 1791, more than 20,000 law enforcement officers in the United States have made the ultimate sacrifice and been killed in the line of duty, including Deputy Williams Johnson, Sergeant Franklin Furr, and Deputy Craig Dodge of the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. Whereas the members of the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office play an essential role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of the citizens of Lancaster County. And whereas it is important that all citizens know and understand the problems, duties, and responsibilities of their law enforcement agencies, and that members of the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office recognize their duty to serve the people by safeguarding life and property, by protecting them against violence or disorder, and by protecting the innocent against deception and the weak against oppression or intimidation. And whereas the Sheriff's Office of Lancaster County has grown to be a modern and scientific law enforcement agency, which unceasingly provides a vital public service, now therefore be resolved, the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners calls upon all citizens of Lancaster County and upon all patriotic, civic, and educational organizations to observe the week of May 12th through 18th, 2019 as Police Week, with the appropriate ceremonies in which all of our people may join in commemorating law enforcement officers, past and present, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities have rendered a dedicated service to their communities, and in doing so have established for themselves an enviable and enduring reputation for preserving the rights and security of all citizens. And be it further resolved, the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners encourage all citizens of Lancaster County to observe Wednesday, May 15, 2019, as Peace Officers Memorial Day in honor of those peace officers who through their courageous deeds have lost their lives in the performance of duty and fly their flags at half-staff. In witness whereof we have set our hand this 14th day of May 2019, County Board.
Thank you. Anything else, Sheriff Wagner?
Can't think of it. Thank you.
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's proceed with the agenda.
Next is Good News Jail and Prison Ministries of Fairfax, Virginia, Chaplain Program and Inmate Benefit Fund. Brenda Fisher, Corrections Program Director, and Sheldon Crapo, Chaplain.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for entertaining us on the agenda today. We are here before you this morning, as we have been in years past, to request a disbursement from the Inmate Benefit Fund in the amount of $19,500 to fund our chaplaincy, which operates within the jail for the benefit of the inmates. With me is Chaplain Sheldon Crapo and a couple of new faces. Assistant Chaplain Laura Schmidt and Assistant Chaplain Dale Ribble. Good News Jail and Prison Ministries, it has been in our Lancaster County Department of Corrections since 1995. Sheldon, our current chaplain, was the very first chaplain placed inside our institution. He left to pursue other ministerial duties, but returned to us in 2011 and is still with us. As our facility grew and our inmate population grew, the scope and the demands for spiritual support, spiritual counseling, spiritual studies, access to religious materials for inmates of all faith has grown right along with it. And so we look to Chaplain Crapo and the assistant chaplains with him to fill a very special need within the inmate population that is really beyond the purview of our mental health staff or our program staff to be able to accommodate. So the chaplaincy at our jail is of tremendous benefit from the standpoint of providing spiritual support and providing access to materials, both written and other, for inmates of all faiths. So for example, as we speak, our Islamic inmates are observing Ramadan, and we look to the chaplain to coordinate with our operations and kitchen staff to accommodate the special requirements of that religious observance. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Sheldon to talk a little bit about what he has specifically been doing, along with all of the many volunteers who come into the jail to support his spiritual support of the inmates.
As Brenda said, over the years, the scope of the position has grown as the jail population grows, as the facility grows, and it became more and more apparent that my position was becoming more and more administrative, and that was concerning for us. About a year ago, a couple volunteers came along who were very highly qualified, highly motivated, very excited about being in the jail, Laura and Dale. And I became aware of the fact that they were fully qualified in terms of education to be chaplains. And so we started the process of making them to agree that it was something they wanted too. And they did. And we're very pleased to announce that both are now official, both are part-time, but both are focusing on that face time with inmates, which is so desperately needed, especially as our system grows. And so Dale and Laura, we've welcomed them to the chaplaincy in the jail, and we're glad to present them to you today.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion, Commissioners? Okay, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Sheldon, I'm sure after doing solo work for many years, it's nice to have a team. And
Oh, yes.
so, Laura and Dale, welcome and thank you for the services you provide to our inmates.
All right, let's proceed with the agenda.
Next is number 5, unfinished business. Request under Personnel Rule 17-14, bracket D, for a one-time cash award of $500 for Officer Megan McDonald, Department of Corrections, 2018 Employee of the Year.
Good morning. I'm Ken Prey, Jail Administrator, Lancaster County Department of Corrections. I wanted to start out before we read the nomination letter by thanking the board for making awards like this possible so that we can recognize employee excellence. It's my pleasure to introduce to you our 2018 Employee of the Year for the Department of Corrections, Officer Megan McDonald. As you will hear when her nomination letter is read in a few moments, Megan is very deserving of this award. She maintains a positive attitude and displays excellent work ethics every day. She is fair and compassionate with the inmates under her supervision. It's because of these traits I selected her a year or two ago to be on our, we called our SAI committee, Special Action Inmate Committee, where we meet weekly, a whole group of us, and we develop action plans for our, a lot of them are the seriously mentally ill inmates that some of them are waiting for beds at the regional center, and they're take a lot of management time. Megan took her role on the committee very seriously. She's still on the committee, so she takes it very seriously. She takes the time to gather information from her peers regarding these inmates and then brings her insight to each meeting. At this time, I would ask that Lieutenant Will McLaughlin's letter nominating Megan for this award be read.
Go for the letter. Officer Megan McDonald began her career as correctional officer with the department in May 2011. During her time with the department, Megan has consistently shown herself to be a dependable performer. She demonstrates an outstanding attitude and projects a can-do approach to her job. She is diligent in the performance of her duties and is willing to take on any assignment. Officer McDonald particularly stands out when it comes to directly supervising the inmate population. Her firm but fair approach to enforcing the rules of the facility and her willingness to take the time to counsel and coach individual inmates allows her to operate her housing unit in an efficient manner. Because of her approach, she is often able to achieve success with non-compliant inmates when other attempts have failed. She embraces and exemplifies the direct supervision model of corrections. Megan has a solid working relationship with her coworkers and is a consummate team player. She does an outstanding job working with new employees and is counted on by her supervisors as someone who sets a professional example for her peers. Her supervisors consider her a strong asset to her shift and the department. In the past year, Megan has become a regular fixture during administration's monthly pod meetings. During these meetings, Officer McDonald brings ongoing issues and concerns as well as potential solutions to the attention of the administration. Megan is also a member of the Department's Special Action Inmates Committee. Her role in the committee is to bring the line officer's perspective on these inmates. She takes her role seriously and takes the time to research and gather information from her peers. She brings specific insight on these inmates, which a management team might not otherwise have. Officer McDonald has also taken on an active role in the recruitment of new staff members. She attends various job fairs at colleges and universities throughout the state. Her approachable manner and friendly nature allows her to connect with young college students. Her experience with the department allows her to provide insightful information and champion the opportunities within our organization. She represents a positive professional image, and I'm very proud of how she represents our department. I believe that Officer McDonald's job performance and her willingness to make extra contributions to the department make her an outstanding candidate for the 2018 Employee of the Year.
And it's my pleasure to present this award to you. 250 employees out there, and you're Employee of the Year. And you really are, I think, the trifecta. When I was listening to the award, the fact that you are well respected by the administration and your peers, and the time that you spend with the inmates. I like the term coaching. You are making a difference in their lives. And you're the face of the department, out recruiting new employees. So thank you for all you do, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I would like to thank Ken Frey. Thank you very much. Thank you, Board of Directors. Thank you for everybody that came out to support me. I appreciate it. I wouldn't be the person I am today without God, family, my peers, all the officers I work with, and everybody here supporting me. So I appreciate every single one of you and all the COs that couldn't make it. So thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
With that, let's move on to new business.
You get a motion to approve the cash award.
Motion for the cash award.
Oh, okay.
I
Then
move
we'll
we
go back.
approve the cash award.
Thank you. Second. We have a motion and a second to approve item 5A. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 6, new business. Resolution proclaiming May 12th through the 18th, 2019 as National Police Week in Lancaster County, and May 15th, 2019 is Peace Officers Memorial Day.
I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. B is to authorize a payment of $19,500 from the Imminent Benefit Fund to Good News Jail and Prison Ministries of Fairfax, Virginia, for providing a full-time chaplain for Lancaster County Corrections inmates.
I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. C is a special designated license application from James Arthur Vineyards for events at 2001 West Raymond Road, Raymond, Nebraska, on June 1st, June 8th, June 15th, June 22nd, and June 29th, 2019.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. How are you?
Morning.
The reason behind this special designated license is that we're going to try something new at James Arthur Vineyards for our Saturday night or Saturday music festivals, special events throughout June. We're going to work with a local brewery to offer 2 or 3 of their finest out at the winery and see what happens. So I'm here to answer any questions that you might have.
Best of both worlds, it sounds.
Jim, would you identify yourself for the record, please?
Oh, Jim Ballard, James Arthur Vineyards.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, thanks for being
Thank
here.
you.
All right.
As what Rick said, I think it's a combination of two great things, and so would move approval.
I would second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 6D is a special events permit application from James Christ, UNL Cycling Club for the Husker Hundo Bicycle Race event on Saturday, July 6, 2019.
Hi again. I'm James Christ of the UNL Cycling Club, and I'm here to answer any questions on our special events permit for a new race we're putting on called the Husker Hundo. It is a gravel race and ride on the eastern side of the county, leaving from the Lancaster Event Center. It is on July 6th.
Any questions for James? I don't think we have any. Thanks for being here.
No problem.
A lot easier than last time.
What's that?
Easier than last time?
What?
Easier than last
Easier
time.
than last time.
Yes, especially since I'm here a little bit sooner.
I'd entertain a motion.
Move.
Go ahead. Move approval.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. E is defensive driving course agreement with the National Safety Council, Nebraska for online stop traffic diversion classes. The county will pay $18.20 per course for 5,000 online courses. The term of the agreement is 1 year from the date of execution.
Move approval.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 6F is a first grant contract addendum to Lancaster County Visitors Improvement Fund grant. Contract with Lancaster County as a sponsor and the City of Lincoln as a grantee for the Grantees Prairie Corridor Trail Project. The addendum changes the contract term from a 1-year term with 2-year one renewals to a 3-year term.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 6G is an agreement with HBE LLP for interim accounting and financial management services in the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. The agreement is effective upon execution by both parties and shall continue through either October 31st, 2019, or the date in which HBE LLP has provided 320 hours of services. The county shall pay HBE LLP $120 per hour, not to exceed $38,400 for the term of the agreement.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. H is an interlocal agreement with Lancaster County Road Water District Number 1 of Bennett, Nebraska for relocation of the district's facilities on South 82nd Street. The cost of county is $154,254.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. So this is a relocation of the rural water line that runs adjacent to South 82nd Street. We had to acquire some additional right-of-way in this area, and so this water line now will be in our right-of-way, which means we have to pay to relocate it. It will be relocated from Roca to Bennett Road, and so we're excited to get this project started so that we can get this road graded.
Any questions for the engineer?
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. I is an interlocal agreement with the Village of Firth to provide for pavement resurfacing on Firth Road beginning at the southwest corner of Section 26, Township 7, Range 7, and extending east of the east line of the Firth Fire Station addition. As part of Project 19-1, the village shall pay the county $122,298.73 on or before June 1st, 2019.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. I've brought these to the board off and on throughout the last 5 years. We have several areas around the county where we have jurisdiction over half a road, and these are left over from prior to a state statute being created that said if you annex up to a road, you have to take the road. And so when I became county engineer, I didn't realize how generous we are with right-of-way and assets, that we're always trying to give them away to somebody else. And in this case, on the exhibit, you'll see the small area highlighted here in yellow, which actually is county jurisdiction, even though Firth owns the outlot to the north of it as their village detention pond. And so they didn't annex it so that we would remain responsible for the yellow part. Mr. Legos in the back of the room has been working with Firth in order to get this interlocal through, and it also includes annexing once we've paved through this little piece in yellow so that the road will have more uniformity.
Okay, any questions? All right. I'd entertain, go ahead.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. J is an interlocal agreement with the Village of Malcolm to provide for pavement resurfacing on Malcolm Road and East 3rd Street Road from Education Drive to State Spur 55M. As part of Project 19-1, the village shall pay the county $178,218.40 on or before June 30th, 2019.
Pam Damon, Lancaster County Engineer. So similar situation. We corrected it several years ago with Malcolm, in which this area had not been annexed into the city, or into the village, but was in the village's jurisdiction. And so we replaced a pipe that needed to be replaced, and then asked them, once we'd replaced the pipe, if they would annex and take it over. They then added an addition on and left this little piece of road in front of the church. The church is on village services. They would like to coordinate with us to pave, to do an asphalt overlay through town. We said, that's great. Why don't you annex in front of the church? And so we're going to go ahead and pay for the asphalt resurfacing in front of the church. They're going to annex it.
Move approval.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? I would just want to thank the engineer and her department for the diligence. They executed this agreement over many months of discussion with the village board.
It may have been years, but who's counting?
Who's counting?
Months for me,
Yeah.
Pam.
Who's counting, right?
That's right. Okay, we have that is a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 6K is a recommendation from the purchasing agent and the county engineer to award a contract to Pavers, Inc. for asphalt surfacing and paving. The total amount of contract is $3,063,765.26.
Is it working yet? There it goes. I wanted to make sure that I got all those little pieces of asphalt up on the screen for the public. So this is our current year's asphalt contract, asphalt overlay. So we will mill and fill is what we like to call it. Shown on the map are the pieces that we are proposing work on this year, and so we're excited to get that project going.
Largest contract of the year?
It probably is, yes.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. L was a recommendation from the purchasing agent and the county engineer to award a contract to Industrial Inc. for hot in-place asphalt. The total amount of the contract is $1,795,375.28.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. So hot in place asphalt is a little different than asphalt overlay. Sometimes it's also referred to as an asphalt train, where the equipment grinds up the bad asphalt on the surface, and it actually goes through a process, and emulsifier is added to it. It's heated back up, and it's laid back down. So it's a little different than an asphalt overlay. It's a little cheaper sometimes than an asphalt overlay, but most of all, it's faster. And so we did this on Saltillo some time ago, before my tenure as county engineer. It has held up very well. And so Larry Legg and I have worked together to come up with a hot in place asphalt program for Lancaster County, and we're excited to bring this project forward this year.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 6M is acceptance of resignation of Jennifer Brinkman from the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners effective May 20th, 2019.
Now, if no one moves approval,
If no one makes a motion.
I don't know.
Hilarious.
I don't know how you keep
All right.
Well,
I would entertain a motion, though.
It's with regret that I make the motion that we accept the resignation of Jennifer Brinkman.
I second that. And actually, Jennifer, the one thing is that we really do want to thank you for the service that you have provided. It's been very good. You've brought new ideas and new energy, and I think that we've moved forward, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Roma. All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Under extreme protest, yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
With great angst, yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. N is election of officers for the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners effective May 20th, 2019.
Well, in light of that motion, I would make a motion to elect Commissioner Amundson as the county board chair. I think her leadership and experience are invaluable, and I think they're a real asset to our community. I think she'll do a great job as chair of the board, once again.
I second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Other discussion? I would concur, Roma. I've really enjoyed working with you, and you do an excellent job of leading very difficult initiatives, and I've appreciated our ongoing relationship. So I will support the motion. Any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Amundson,
I'll abstain for right now.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 4 yes, 1 abstention.
Thank you for the election.
Forward to working with you. I would move that we elect Sean Flowerday as vice chair for the 2019 year.
I would second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 7, public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to county business not on agenda may do so at this time.
Is there anyone from the public that wants to address the board at this time? Seeing none, let's proceed with the agenda.
Next is number 8, announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold department budget hearings on Tuesday, May 14, 2019, immediately following the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting in the Bill Luxford studio of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting, including department budget hearings, on Thursday, May 16, 2019, at 8:30 a.m. in the Bill Luxford studio of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, May 21st, 2019, at 9 a.m. in Room 112 of the County City Building, with the Board of Equalization and Department budget hearings immediately following. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on Link TV City. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on Link TV and can be viewed on YouTube.
Move we adjourn?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Brinkman.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0.
we are adjourned.
Okay.